And Miss Williams is on here, Mary Williams, right?
Yes.
Constance, can you tell me what y'all see on the screen?
Right now, it says this meeting is being live streamed.
Only something I see is Miss Constant.
And now, no, we're not seeing anything right now, Melanie. Are you still there?
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. That's YouTube. We're getting a playback from YouTube. All right. All right, how are we doing now? What do y'all see?
Okay, see the first slide.
I see.
Okay.
Worse.
Perfect. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bobby Freeman. I joined in late. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Ms. Freeman.
Good morning.
Glad you could join us. We're just getting started. You right on time, Ms. Freeman.
Okay.
All right. Y'all, can y'all believe October is almost over?
Yes, ma'am.
This week is the last week. Since we head into November, I wanted to share with you all, we've got quite a few birthdays to celebrate this month. On November 2nd, we have Miss Maxine Goodwin celebrating a birthday. A couple of days later, on the 4th, Miss Alice Lipscomb will celebrate her birthday. On the 7th, Miss Wanda Leonard will celebrate a birthday. And then our own Miss Freddie Branch, who's on the line right now, will celebrate on November 8th. November 14th, Miss Ruby Williams will be celebrating. On the 16th, Miss Verda Mabry, who's also on the line right now, will be celebrating.
Mabry.
She also shares a birthday with Miss Sarah Williams on the 16th. On the 18th, we've got Miss Elizabeth, or as some of us may know her, Betsy Clark. And then rounding out the month is Miss Geraldine Donaldson, who's also on the line with us today. She will be celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday to everyone celebrating in November.
Happy birthday, Libras.
Amen. Happy birthday.
I think we got a few Scorpios in there, and some Scorpios and Sagittarius, maybe. Yeah. Happy birthday to you all. And then
Thank you.
You're welcome. This month, we have one anniversary to celebrate, and that is Miss Palmer. Miss Silva Palmer will be celebrating 18 years as a senior companion. Wow. Thank you so much, Miss Palmer, for your dedication and spending time to give back to the community. We appreciate you, and we just wanted to take a moment to recognize you. All righty. So we're gonna go into some breakout rooms for a few minutes so you all can chat. And I've got a couple of questions on the screen that I would like for you all to chat about in your breakout room. The first question is, what would you tell your 22-year-old self? The second question is, what would you tell your 22-year-old self? That's the first question. The second question is, what do you think your 22-year-old self will want to tell you? And then the last question is, what are you most proud of? Okay. So give me a second here, and I'm going to put you all in breakout rooms, and you all can discuss these questions amongst yourselves. Okay.
All right.
If you had something pop up on your phone, go ahead and go into the breakout room for us. You can press join, Ms. Branch.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Bobby.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well,
Bye.
don't leave the meeting.
Okay.
Don't leave the meeting though.
I won't. I'm just going to hang on.
We know better.
Okay.
You know better than that, Miss Constant.
Okay.
Back in the
Now,
meeting.
I look here. I'm getting the information. Mandatory in-service meeting today at 10.
I don't know where everybody is. I just sent it out.
Yeah, it just popped up on my phone.
I just sent it out.
Are we in the meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. We're in the in-service
Thank you,
meeting.
ma'am. Thank you for just not sending it out to us at 10 what? At 10:25.
Oh my gosh.
Better late than never.
But then, too, it's in our paper as well. It's in our paper when our meetings are.
Period.
I'm a big girl, Constant. I don't need you to send mine to me.
All right.
I'm a big girl. I know when the meetings are.
All right. What did y'all think about that? Anybody want to share what they would tell their 22-year-old self with the larger group?
I sure will. I tell my 22-year-old self, Lillian, looking back, when I got married and I had a child young, but I should have waited till I graduated and everything. And the thing I'm most proud of is my daughter, Carla. Carla is now an educator. She went to school. She wasn't boy crazy, but she had been married twice. But she got masters and everything. I'm so very proud of her because she works really hard. That's all I have to say. My daughter, Carla. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for sharing, Ms. Henry.
Proud of
I
her.
shared in the group that
one.
I would tell my 22-year-old self to be confident and stand in her greatness and know that she's going to do great things. That's what I would tell my 22-year-old self.
And I would tell my 22-year-old self to be patient and just take it one day at a time and take no thought for tomorrow. For tomorrow will take care of itself. Just try to enjoy all you can.
Yes.
Good.
And Dorothy's young, I just say, just be kind, be good to yourself, and treat people like you want to be treated. Be patient, get some rest. And I'm proud of my daughter. She has her own company, Jones Girls in Motlin, and she's been on her other job 20 years in August. So I'm very proud of her. Very proud of her.
Amen.
Okay.
That's awesome.
It is.
So I have to pause here. I want to laugh a little bit because those of you who just joined us, the other volunteers who were on, they told us that we didn't send out the text. And I wondered if that had anything to do with why we didn't have as many people on. And I think they're on to something.
Yes.
So forgive us. This is how important Melissa is to the program because she handles a lot of the text stuff for us, and she's out this week. So y'all be
y'all used to
gracious
them out
with
before
us.
She came, though.
Yes.
Y'all used to sit them out before she came.
Right?
Don't
Yes,
point
ma'am.
that out.
It's hard getting on today. The internet's messing up.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to get on the
Because I just got the text.
I'm trying to get
Yes, they told me that we forgot, so I said let me try to send this out real quick.
I'm glad you did because I had totally forgotten. I had gotten so involved in other stuff until I forgot about I was supposed to be here this morning. So I'm glad you sent it out.
We'll make sure to remember next time. Is Miss Sasser, is that you on the fire tablet?
Yeah, that's me. I just got my text. I just got the text and I jumped on.
I just got the text too.
They had it for 6:30.
Well, thank y'all for joining us.
The
only thing that y'all missed.
The next in service is November the 11th.
That's for
kids
Joan.
with him.
That's
We
right,
only
Miss
have
Jones.
one in November, and then we'll go to Turkey Day.
All right, Miss Jones is the secretary.
How about that? How about
she
that?
got the announcements down.
And what did she say?
The next
Good morning,
in-service-
everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The next in-service day is November 11th. And we
Okay.
will only have one in-service in November because of the Thanksgiving holiday. So that will be our only in-service, November 11th.
Okay.
Those of you who just joined, I'll just catch you up. We'd only done birthday shout outs and recognized Miss Silver for 18 years of service. She will be celebrating her anniversary as a senior companion in November. And then we just had a small little breakout group where we talked with one another about what we would tell our 22-year-old self and what we think our 22-year-old self would tell us at this point and what we're most proud of. So that's just to catch you all up. This is, we'll send out the YouTube link later. So if you want to see the part that you missed, it will be there as well. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now let me I'm trying to figure out this Zoom world. Melissa's always in the background doing it, but I'm working it out today. So I want to share, this went out via text. So hold on one second. Okay. So do you all see this flyer about mammograms?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I did it. Yay. So this, after we talked with Dr. Angel a couple of weeks ago, we definitely wanted to share this with you all that this Saturday, October 30th, Parkland will be facilitating mammograms at the Keys Park Softball Complex on Hampton Road. No copay required, but you do need to call and schedule a time. The guidelines, you have to be at least 35 years of age. So we all qualify for that. It needs to have been a year since your last mammogram. And you need to have proof that you live in Dallas County. So that could be a picture ID or a utility bill with your name and address on it. But if it's been over a year since you've had your last mammogram, this is an opportunity for you to go and get checked out. Remember that Dr. Angel talked about the importance of screening regularly. And so if there is something you want to find out and catch it early, so here's a way to take care of yourselves. While you are always thinking about other people, we want you to think about yourselves. If you know someone who needs to go get checked out or hasn't been checked in a while, please share this information with them as well. They will be there from 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Keys Park Softball Complex. Okay. The numbers on the screen, we did send it out via text, but we'll follow up and send it out again. But if you have pen and paper with you right now, this is the number that you want to schedule. So write this number down: 214-266-3341. 214-266-3341. Okay?
Yes, all right.
All right.
Melanie, I have an appointment at 4:15 there at Keys Park.
Awesome. That's great.
Yes.
Good deal.
It was too soon for me. I usually get my mammograms in November, so I have to prepare for the upcoming mammogram, and that was just a little bit too early for me. But mine is scheduled for November the 17th, I think it is.
Okay, awesome. Well, at least you got scheduled, so that's the important thing.
And mine is always in December. I get it every year.
Got it.
And I've got mine in August, so.
Y'all are on top of it. I love that.
I got mine in August.
Well, I'm a cancer survivor, so I had to keep it up.
Good deal. Okay. Can y'all tell me what you see on your screen?
What would you tell your 22-year-old self?
Zoom breakfast room.
Breakout rooms, yeah.
Volunteers who don't have, upcoming classes.
Okay,
All right.
now see the transportation.
Is that the only thing you see is the transportation, or do you see the next slide too?
Just the slide number 5.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see my notes, can you, Constance?
No.
Okay.
No notes. No.
I can.
You can. Okay.
Upcoming classes.
What about now? What do you see?
Okay, now
Transportation smart.
just the full slide.
Okay.
On number
Perfect.
5.
That's what I was trying to do. All right. So I think a few of you may have participated a couple of months ago with Dr. Fields at UTA in a transportation study. And so now they're moving to the next phase of that study, and they're looking for individuals who have limited access to vehicles or who rely on public transportation to help them as they develop an app to support them with their transportation needs. So if you have limited access to a car or you rely on public transportation and you have an Android phone, so you can't, it's not for people who have iPhones, unfortunately. They're specifically interested in, for this particular study, with people who have Android devices. We would love for you to participate in this study. It's for 14 days. You download a free app and give feedback on if that app was helpful to you and if it was readable, if it was easy to use. With your participation, you will receive an $85 Walmart gift card. So if that applies to you, if you are someone who has an Android device, who has limited access to a vehicle, or you rely on public transportation and you're willing to participate in this study, I've got Dr. Fields' contact information on the slide, but if you're interested, just give me a call and I will connect you with Dr. Fields, okay? We would love to have our volunteers participate in this study and to provide feedback as they develop an app that is helpful to older adults in need of transportation. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
And then next up, we've got some more Money Smart classes that are happening. I think this is the text that y'all did get yesterday. There's a class tonight about budgeting within your means and benefits to support your income. Then next Tuesday, November 2nd, end of life planning. So if that's something that you or family members need to hear, there's a presentation about that. If you'll be able to ask questions and get some really good information on things that you need to have in place as you plan for the end of life, and financial management and caregiving. That's next Tuesday. And then next Thursday is safe banking and power of attorney. So if you've got any questions about power of attorney or safe banking practices, we encourage you to join these classes. They're for 1 hour in the evenings from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. and they're all on Zoom. So everybody that is on this call is able to join these calls and get this information. These classes will also count as training for you. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about tracking the training and stuff in just a minute. Any questions about these upcoming classes?
When did you say that? When did you say that the safe banking?
That's next Thursday, November 4th.
November 4th.
And those text messages you'll probably get the text message for that one next Wednesday, I think. And it'll have the Zoom link. So you just click the link in the text and you'll be able to join the class.
All right.
It's at from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. So there's one tonight about benefits that support your income and budgeting within your means. So if that sounds like something you want more information on, I definitely encourage you to join tonight. And then end of life planning and financial management and caregiving is next Tuesday. And then next Thursday is safe banking and power of attorney. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
And then I've got our senior planet classes that are coming up for November. Next Thursday from 11 to 12, there is navigating the internet. So if that is something you're interested in learning about, we've got these technology classes we would love for you all to take advantage of. They are hosted on Zoom, but there are some people that come into the office to take these classes. So if you are interested in them and taking one of these classes and you would prefer to come to our office, that is an option.
Yeah.
But if you would like to take them from home, that is also an option. So next Thursday is navigating the internet. So if the internet just kind of freaks you out a little bit, you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah.
you need a little bit more information, that class will be from 11 to 12 next Thursday. And then the following 2 weeks later on the 18th of November, Smartphones 101. I know I've heard from several of you, I've got this phone, it does a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what to do with it. I just know how to call and maybe text or do 2 to 3 things with it.
Yeah.
Thursday, November 18th is a day I'm strongly encouraging you all to participate in the Smartphones 101 class that will be held from 11 to 12:30, again, via Zoom. But also there are some limited spots to come to our office to participate, okay? These classes also count as training, okay? Any questions about the senior planning classes for November? Okay.
I have a question, Melanie.
Yes.
Do you text messages for the training classes, or you just have to get it from the meeting or the newsletter?
So everything will be in the newsletter. That's going to be probably the best place to get it is the newsletter. The classes about the financial planning and stuff, that is being sent out via text. There was one that went out yesterday about those.
Yes.
These classes for the senior planet, I don't think these have been texted because you do have to actually register to participate, but I can get that registration information and I will send that out via text.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking, because I don't know why I don't get texts from you guys.
I thought we had you signed up, Miss Mabry.
I thought you did too, but I don't get no text from Senior Source anymore.
It shows that you're in the system. We may have to, I'll have to call you offline to see if there's a reason why you aren't getting the messages. I do know that sometimes when we sign you up, that you do have to approve to receive them, but there could be a setting. It may come across on your phone as spam, and so maybe it's not coming to your inbox. There could be a whole bunch of different things. So we may have to troubleshoot that one-on-one.
Okay.
We'll get that figured out. Go ahead.
The class is in the evening at 6:30. That's kind of this training?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? Okay. So I wanted to just remind you all the options that we have for earning service hours currently. Right now, you can be making calls to an isolated older adult, and that time counts as service. Some people are also able to visit in homes, but you must be fully vaccinated in order to be approved to visit clients' homes right now. That's another way to earn service hours. Those who are delivering meals through Meals on Wheels, that's another option for earning service hours. And then attending in-service and these additional training events are also ways for you to earn service hours. one of the things I wanted to do was just remind you all that the temporary allowance went away as of September 30th.
Yeah.
So we are working as a team to get people placed back into homes, and you all know that that can take some time. And then we've got the added consideration of COVID and vaccinations. And so it takes a little bit more time than normal for us to find a good client who checks all the boxes that we would look for prior to the pandemic, but then who would now is also vaccinated and other family members in the home. So there, it's taken a little bit more time for us to get you all placed. But there are other ways that you all can serve and participate in the program while also earning hours. That's why I'm also encouraging you all to join these additional training opportunities. The team and I are also discussing other things that we can do to provide options for you all to serve, because with that temporary allowance going away, that means your check will definitely be affected. So the check that you all just got on October 15th, the one that you get in November will look very different from that, because we are no longer able to pay you that base minimum number of hours. So I'm encouraging you all to participate in some type of service. If that's coming to in-service and all of the additional training opportunities that we provide, if that's getting trained to deliver meals through Meals on Wheels, if you are vaccinated and feel comfortable going to homes, then let us know so that we can add you to the list of folks that we're looking for clients for, and then making caring calls. You could do multiple of these. You can make caring calls and deliver meals and come to additional training and services. You know, so there are multiple ways that you all can earn hours, but I'm saying this because I want you all to, I want to be able to pay you a decent stipend. And the other thing that I wanted to mention, I said this earlier, but all service hours must be documented on the timesheet. So I know we've been doing this Zoom thing for quite a while now, and we are able to print out a list to show that you all were here and to compensate you for that. But what I'm asking you all to do is to continue documenting everything that you want to be paid for as a senior companion on your timesheet. And it's kind of a reminder, you know, we're trying to get everybody back into the routine that we had prior to the pandemic. So if you came to in-service on that second Thursday, yes, we had the sign-in sheet, so we knew you were there. But you were also expected to write that down on your timesheet, right? So we're just asking everybody to get back into that routine of documenting all of the service that you're doing. So if you're making phone calls, document that on your timesheet. If you're visiting a client in the home, that needs to be documented on the timesheet. If you're delivering meals, that needs to be documented. And if you're attending in-service or any additional training events, that also needs to be documented on your timesheet so that we can pay you your stipend. Ms. Brooks, I see your hand is raised.
I did. I had a question. What was the minimum hours that we were paid with the stipend?
For the temporary allowance, the minimum was 20 hours a week, because that's the average that senior companions serve in our program.
Okay, thank you.
This for a month that ended up being about 80 hours a week or $240.
Okay, Ms. Calhoun, I have a
Yes,
question.
Ms. Holmes.
So Lisa. When we deliver the meals on wheels, does that depend on how many clients you deliver to? We get 2.5 hours, or if you have clients, do you get more hours versus if you only have 10 clients? Is that just a straight 2.5 hours we get for that, no matter how many clients we have?
It is a straight 2.5 hours that we've been paying you all for that.
You want some heat?
No matter how many clients you have.
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions about that? Thank you for that question, Ms. Holmes. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Can I participate in some of the trainings as well?
Yes, these are open to everybody. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Whether you are visiting at home, you can participate in the trainings. The training is information that we think is helpful to you all
Yes.
as individuals, but then also can be helpful to your clients. So we definitely want to encourage you all to everyone to participate in the training and join us for in-service. But if you can participate in making calls, visiting in homes, or delivering meals, add that also to your repertoire as well.
Okay.
Ms. Roberts, did you have a question? Ms. Roberts? Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions about this slide?
So we're gonna start adding the in-service training today on our timesheets.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we hang up today, if we're on for an hour, you'll put 1 in training. If we're on for an hour and a half, you'll put 1.5. We want you all to get back in the habit of documenting all of the time that you are serving as senior companions. This will help us. I can print out a list that you all were here today, but let's say one of those other training events, those are hosted by other programs, and I can get those attendance lists. But if I don't know to ask for them because I don't know that one of our companions went to that training, if it's not marked on your timesheet, then we run the risk of not paying you for it. If it's marked on your timesheet and I don't have it on my list, then I'm at least going to give you a call and say, hey, what's this thing that you marked on the timesheet? Oh, okay, you went to that. Great. It's a check and a balance for us to make sure that we're also keeping track of or know that you all are attending these events. So,
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, Melanie.
Yes.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When we deliver the meals, do we add it under direct service?
Yes.
Okay.
You should. And then what you could do on your timesheet as well for the client, at the top where it has client and there's probably no name, if you'll just write Meals on Wheels there.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yep, that would help us out a lot.
Okay.
These are great questions. Anybody else? Anyone else have any questions?
Yes,
Before we
really,
move on? Go ahead, Ms. Williams.
Received that I have 98 hours of leave time.
I'm going to get to leave, and I think in the next slide. So can we hold on to see if I answer that question? And if not, definitely unmute and then let me know if I didn't answer your question, okay?
Okay, and I have another.
The newsletter.
Hold on one second, Ms. Goodwin. Ms. Williams, what was your other question?
I'm going to announce that at my church, Exciting Singing Hills Baptist Church, I'll be giving the covered shot. I don't know which one it will be on November the 4th and 6th. Address is 65 University in Dallas, Texas. If anyone, you know, in Oak Cliff, I live in Oak Cliff, Singing Hills Addiction, they know anyone needs to get the nation. Exciting Singing Hills Church on University, 65 the Hill.
And you said that was November 4th and the 6th? Ms. Williams?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay. I think she said Exciting Singing Hills Baptist Church, November 4th and the 6th. If anyone is in need of the vaccine and looking for a place to get vaccinated, they will be vaccinating individuals on November 4th and the 6th. Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Miss. Go ahead.
Like today, we have an in-service. And then this afternoon, if I take that 6:30 class, I would add all hours together on my time
Yes,
sheet.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so then we want to talk about leave time. This is another way that we are trying to look at paying you all, because you have been accruing leave while we were paying you the temporary allowance. And so I believe in the, oh, Ms. Goodwin, sorry, I didn't come back to you. You mentioned the newsletter. Was this about leave?
Yes, how do we put that on our time sheet?
Got it. Okay, perfect. So I believe in the previous time newsletters, Melissa sent you all your leave balance. And so I'm encouraging everyone. We've gotten a couple of people to say, oh, pay it all out, because they knew temporary pay allowance was ending. I'm encouraging people not to spend down all of their leave this month, because if you do that and you're not in homes, you're not delivering meals, you're not making calls, then you won't accrue any more leave time. So if we pay it all out now and you are not serving, then that means that's the end of your stipend check. So I'm not saying that you can't take your leave. I want to give you all that information up front so that if you decide to take your leave, you have that information. Now, you can request to leave, use your leave by calling us. We have a spreadsheet so Melissa knows what to add to the timesheet, or you can just add what amount you want to take on your timesheet. So if you've got 90 hours of leave and this month you want us to add an additional 10 hours to your timesheet, then in that leave column, you'll put 10 hours. And then that means next month you've got 80 hours of leave time available. Now, if you are serving, if you're serving by making phone calls, or if you are serving by delivering meals or in homes, you will earn more leave time based on the number of hours that you serve for the month. So if you serve 100 hours, then you'll earn 10 more hours of leave. Because you earn it at 10% of whatever the monthly total of hours you serve, okay? So if you serve 300 hours by making phone calls, delivering meals, or going in home, notice that I'm not saying training, because you don't earn leave time on training. You only earn leave time on your direct service.
Okay.
You don't earn leave time on training, only direct service, okay? So if you're someone who is not serving, that's why I'm not encouraging you all to take all your leave, because if you do, then there's nothing to accrue again until you start back serving.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want to take leave, if you all have your balance, if you don't, just give us a call. We can let you know. But once you know your balance, if you want us to add leave time, let's say you called a couple of people a few times in the month and you delivered some meals and you want to add some of your leave time, then just mark the amount that you want us to use or add to your timesheet in the leave column on your timesheet. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now you cannot request out, hours that you haven't accrued. So if your leave, if it showed that you have 80 hours of leave currently, that means you cannot call us and say, hey, add 90 hours to my timesheet. You can only request what you have available.
Okay. And Melanie, may I ask you this? And also, Constance, I was scheduled to do delivery, Meals on Wheels. But in turn, I wasn't able to on last week. But Constance had told me if I could try to get some people to call, like homebound, and which I did. I called the Windsor Garden place, and she told me that her activity person was over that, getting on the companion program, and she'd get back with me. She hasn't, and my son-in-law mother is homebound, and he said he'd get back with me. And then my niece is a nurse, and she does homebound patients, and she said she might have one to be interested, and she'll get back with me. So those three I did contact, but nobody has gotten back with me yet. So
Okay.
I don't know if that counts of hour or what. That was Wednesday of last week because I was so disappointed.
Well, thank you for doing that legwork. We are also, we're working it and trying on our side as well to get people, at least for you all to call. And so between us working and you working, we'll figure something out. Okay.
Okay.
The last thing I wanted to mention about leave is, some people like to wait until the very end of the fiscal year, like they won't use their leave at all. Then we get to the fiscal year and then they want us to pay it out. We're trying to get away from that. And here's a couple of reasons why. Because budgeting is weird, especially in this pandemic world, right? And who's to say that something could happen and we're unable to pay that leave out. And it's time that you've earned. I'd rather it go in y'all's pocket than it to disappear, sit and not be used. So one of the things that we will be doing is if we look at your balance and you've got a whole bunch of leave and you aren't taking it, we may just add a little bit of your leave onto your timesheet so that you get a bigger check throughout the year versus waiting to the end of the fiscal year and then we aren't able to pay you out. So that won't happen often, but I did want to mention that to you all, that the staff may use their discretion to add leave time to your timesheet so that it's not just sitting and building up. Now, if you've got a vacation coming and you want to use that, then definitely communicate that and let us know because it's your leave time. You've accrued it, you've earned it. But if it's just sitting there not being paid and we can bump up your paycheck right now, then we may just add a couple of hours from your leave to bump up your paycheck right now. So a couple of things. I want you all to know the reasoning of why I wanted to talk to you all about this. I've been super concerned about temporary pay allowance going away, and I don't want anyone to go back into service in homes who's truly uncomfortable, but they feel they need to take that risk in order to get a stipend. That's not what we want. I don't want that for anybody. I'd rather you be safe. I'd rather you be comfortable. I do want you all able to serve. That's why we've been trying to think of multiple different ways or options to give you all to serve and serve safely and at your comfort level. So that's why we've got the phone calls and Meals on Wheels added in as an option. Then the training also gives us opportunity and hours to pay you all. And then with your leave hours. So a combination of all of those things is our ways of trying to keep you all with a decent stipend check, honestly, during this, just weird, uncertain times. And if something else pops up that we're able to do, please trust and believe that myself, Constance, and Melissa are trying to think outside the box of ways that we can keep you all in service, engaged, serving safely, and still getting a decent stipend check. Okay.
Melanie, I have a question, Melanie.
Yes, ma'am.
On my timesheet for leave, what would I put in there? Because I have quite a bit of leave. Would I put like 10 hours?
Yes, ma'am. So if you wanted us to add 10 hours or whatever that number is, just mark it in that leave column and then we will total it all up and it'll come out of the right place. But you can let us know what you want us to add to your stipend check based on the balance that you have.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions about leave, service, training, any of the stuff that I just talked about?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Roberts.
Yes. Do we still have the same like holidays that we had before the pandemic?
We do.
Like for Christmas, we got out after January. That still go?
That's still a go. So one of the things, temporary allowance kind of threw a lot of stuff in flux. It allowed us to continue paying you all. So we didn't add any holidays to the pay because we were paying you all to be at home anyway, right? But now that that's gone away and we are trying to encourage people to get back into service, we're going back to our original policies around leave, accruing leave and paying out leave and holidays as well. So you'll see in a minute the last slide. Go ahead and mark November 25th and November 26th as a holiday on your timesheet. And so we'll pay a minimum of 5 hours. So those of you all who are making phone calls and are not in homes, everybody will get paid a minimum of 5 hours for each of those days. But if you're in the home and you're scheduled to be with that client 6 hours a day, and you would have worked those days, then that's what you're going to get paid. The amount of time that you would have actually served that day.
Oh, okay.
But to answer your question, Ms. Roberts, yes, those holidays are still valid, and we are recognizing them, and you will be paid for them. So do you all have November timesheets yet? I couldn't remember if they've been sent.
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. They'll probably be sent out next week. So when you get them, or actually this week, I'll make sure we get them out. Just go ahead and mark November 25th and 26th on them as holidays, okay?
Okay.
I would need October timesheet. Willie Williams.
Willie Williams. Okay, Miss Williams.
December and October, please.
Okay.
Thank
Now,
you.
do we get paid for Columbus Day? I'm sorry.
That's not one of the holidays that we pay for.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, what will happen if you've already kind of marked your leave days and you decide you don't want them?
Just call us and let us know. It's on. You marked it on your timesheet.
Yeah.
Just
but I'm gonna take all of it. I don't want them.
You could just draw a line through it, and put your initials to let us know you don't want to take it.
Okay.
Miss
All
Mallory?
right. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Jackson.
Is November the 25th and the 26th Thursday and Friday?
It is. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll take 2 because I want to be off that whole week.
Okay. And so you could put the hours and leave on your timesheet for that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Wednesday is my normal off day.
Okay, so on Monday and Tuesday, you'll put the hours you want to take for leave in the leave column. And then that Thursday and Friday, you'll put those same hours in the holiday column on your timesheet.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Are we getting any holidays for October?
No, there are no holidays that we observe for October.
All right.
Miss Melody?
Yes, go ahead, Miss Jones.
I was going to say, if we have our senior companion program calendar, all of that information is marked on those.
Right, we don't have those for you all right now, but I will tell you this.
But I have it.
Oh, you do have yours. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
It is in your handbook, though. It is, if you have your handbook from orientation, all the dates that we have been paid are in that handbook. We are in the process of updating that. You all will be getting new handbooks by the beginning of the year. You'll have new handbooks as well. But the current ones that you have do have the holidays listed in there that we observe.
Okay.
Any other questions, ladies? These are all great questions.
I'm in a meeting.
All right. Then moving on to the next slide. Some of you all have already come in and done some paperwork signing. Those of you who have not, just know that I will be calling you between this afternoon and tomorrow and Monday or next week for you all to come in next Thursday to sign paperwork. So just like we did a few months back, we had you all come in and sign timesheets that showed how much we paid you and some training summaries. We're going to have you come in and do that again. So we will be calling you, but you could also call and set an appointment for us. The date will be next Thursday, November 4th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And rescheduling appointments so that we don't have too many people in the space at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
I talked to Melissa and she got me scheduled for 10 o'clock.
Right. We have you down, Ms. Branch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Ms. Henry, did you have a question?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Is that a different timesheet than what I just signed?
No, if you've already come, we've got you. We're good. If you came last week, we're good. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I will ask that those of you who might be willing to give a testimonial about your experience in the program, if you will come prepared, you know, if you want to put on a nice wig and some makeup or get your hair done, because I will be asking you to record a video of you about your experience. And I'll just share, we did a few people, we did not give them a warning. Y'all are getting a heads up. They didn't get a warning last week, but we asked them to talk about their experience in the program and why they choose to serve. And one of the goals is to just help with outreach so other people know about the amazing work that you all are doing in the community. And if they need help, that they know that we're a resource, but then also could help us recruit other volunteers to the program. Once things kind of settle down and we get back to whatever normal will be, we will definitely be recruiting new folks to the program. So we thought this would be a good way. Who better to tell people about this program than you all? And so I will be asking for some testimonials. So I wanted to give y'all a heads up to be prepared for that. And you can tell me no. It's okay if you don't feel comfortable as well. I'm still gonna ask though. All right. And then finally, just a reminder that timesheets should be mailed on the last day of each month. Everyone should send in a timesheet, even if you have nothing to put on it. Please send in a timesheet, okay? And the last day of the month for us now is Friday, tomorrow. So if you don't have anything to put on your timesheet, you can sign it and send it in today. This is also a reminder to those of you who are back in homes. Please get your client to sign your timesheet. If you are visiting your client in their home, please get your clients to sign the timesheet, and they should be initialing each day that you are there.
Amen.
Okay. And then finally, just another reminder that November 25th and 26th are paid holidays. So you will want to mark them on your timesheet for November, which you will be getting soon.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That is the end of the presentation. So if there are other questions that we need to, I see there's one in the chat. Do we mark that we read the newsletter? No, you don't have to mark that. That is something that we track internally, that we mail it out to everyone. So you don't have to mark the newsletter. It does count as training though for everyone.
Okay. Oh, Melanie, did you tell me that I could take an hour for those calls that I made to contact those people or organizations? I didn't
No,
mean
let me talk to you about that
okay.
One-to-one, Miss Henry.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Melanie,
any other questions?
Well, Melanie.
Yes, Ms. Haynes.
About is the AARP. It says it's a virtual event. AARP Texas Dallas Housing Resource Workshop.
Miss, can you email that one to me, Miss Haynes? Do you have it in email?
If I haven't deleted it.
Okay.
I got it out the refrigerator.
Go ahead, Ms. Haynes.
I thought someone said they had it.
No, I think that was background.
Oh, okay.
That we were hearing. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check and see if I haven't deleted it. If I haven't deleted it, I'll send it.
Okay. And I'll follow up with you about that one.
Okay.
Let me shake this commode.
Because I got it from Melissa. Melissa emailed it out.
And just know, sometimes we're emailing you all things for information that we think is helpful to you. It might not all count as training. So what we'll do is we will be clear and we'll put a badge on that will count as training. So that way you all can know this is something that I can earn hours for, or this is just for informational purposes. So I'll make sure we do that in the future so that it's clear for you all as well. Okay, because sometimes it's a little harder when it's an outside organization for us to get documentation of who attended. And when we look at being audited and being able to pay you all, we have to show proof that you all were there. And if we can't get that proof, then it's harder for us to pay. So we will just be a lot more clearer on this counts as training. This is for information. Okay.
Okay. If I don't have it on email, I have the sheet here where I registered. I can fax it to you.
Okay, send that over to me.
Okay.
Melanie, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, this might be a conflict of interest. I don't know. I've been doing this for almost a year. Do you know Mrs. Evans that worked with the senior source? Her last name is Evans. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I've been volunteering, doing the devotion for the nursing home. And I don't know how you all are connected with that department.
So that's a part of our ombudsman program here. Are you trying to see if that time would count on your timesheet?
Right, and I didn't know if it would conflict. If it was a conflict with
No, so it's not a conflict. Like, I'm glad to hear that you are volunteering in that way. The conflict will come if we were paying you to do that.
Okay, yeah.
So because we're not, it's not a conflict at all.
Okay, all right. Because I was just afraid to say something. I don't know if I told you or not. But yeah, I started in February this year.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing that. Thank you for doing that, Ms.
And I really enjoy. I do it virtually, but I'm going into the building probably next week. They've been begging me to come.
That's awesome.
And then I didn't have the equipment, like the music to play for them. And one of my choir members volunteered and bought me a karaoke.
Nice.
So I can sing and, let them listen to the music. So I have two groups, Mondays and Wednesdays, that I do that with them. But I just didn't know, am I doing something wrong? But it's something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm so fulfilled by it,
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know you're doing that.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other questions before we jump off of here?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Williams.
So what we put down 1.5 hours for today?
That's right. I was just about to tell y'all that. Put 1.5 hours in training for today on your timesheet. Today is October 28th. So in the training column, put 1.5. You beat me to it, Ms. Williams.
I wanted to be sure.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
All right, if there are no other questions, then meeting is adjourned. It was great to see those of you on Zoom and wonderful to hear the rest of your voices. Ms. Black, if you're on the phone, I know you were having issues before. If you could hit *6 on your phone to unmute, I just want to check in and make sure you don't have any questions or comments. I know you were trying to unmute before and had some trouble. Hit *6 if you can. The rest of you are free to log off and give me a call to schedule your time to come in on November 4th. You could beat me to calling you.
All righty. Y'all have a great day. And a blessed
You
weekend.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Jackson.
Bye.